I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball.
We're back.
It's been years.
It's been a very long time.
It's been such a long time, but we thought we'll make an appearance.
We needed a hiatus. Life got busy.
Life got so busy, but we thought we're going to give the fans what they want.
Us.
You, me, uno, dos. I was like, trois? Where's the third? And the third person is...
Welcoming.
No. Look, we've heard your... I was going to say prayers. We've heard your cries. And we're back.
We're back.
But life has certainly been busy as anything.
It's been a very long time since... It's been, what, June?
Since we had Bolt, which...
June.
Thank you to everyone that supported that episode, because let me tell you, Bolt, first name, no last name, was one of the highest viewing episodes we've had, and that blessed us.
Crazy.
We had 2 views. I'm kidding. But it was a very good episode. So you know what? Since then, which we always say this and we don't get the feedback really, what do you want to see? Who do you want to see?
Let us know.
On here. Let us know. Send us an email.
Just,
Email us, Instagram us, text us, call us. And if you don't have our number, you probably shouldn't.
I was going to say, yeah.
Unless you're Jacob Elordi, then
Get in touch.
Get in touch, ASAParino. Anyway, what's been happening with you, Brett? Give me some updates. We've got something I know you've got something very exciting happening soon.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Singapore very soon.
She's going to Singapore to see Lightning McQueen in the flesh.
In 23 days.
At the F1.
I'm very excited about that. No, so I feel like I've been, prepping.
I feel like She's been getting some little Singapore outfits.
I've been doing way too much shopping. I'm going for a week, but you'd think with the way I'm shopping, I'm moving back.
You're moving back for 6 months.
My mum said to me today, she's like, Brittany, remember we are going for 7 days. You have about 70 outfits.
But you need about 3 or 4. I'm a big believer. Every holiday, like example, when we have a staff retreat, camp every year, I literally bring 3/4 outfits per day. Do you know how many days we go away for? 2 nights, 1 day, 3 days. 3 days, and the third day is a half day, and the first day is a half day as well.
It's also just it's so hot in Singapore, so
it's humid, isn't it?
It's humid. So if I go out on something in the morning and then go back to the hotel, I'm going to want to change because I'm just going to feel gross and
You're
just
just
want to
going to feel
clothes.
Sweaty.
But
And
anyway,
would you rather feel sweaty for the rest of your life or sticky?
Neither.
I choose to get eaten by an orca. That's what I choose.
And neither.
Oh, yuck. Or itchy.
Oh. No, guys, someone, I don't know if I think it was in a podcast they were talking about, would you rather be sticky or itchy for the rest of your life?
I choose sticky because I know what it feels like to be super itchy, and it's the worst feeling ever. It makes you want to get a knife and shave off your skin so it's flesh and bone. Yuck.
Anyway, so yeah.
So you're getting ready for Singapore?
Yeah, apart from that, I feel like I've just been working, living life.
Working.
What else? I feel like I haven't done a lot in the past 2 months, but
I thought you started taking up DJing.
Oh, yes.
Britt wants to be a radio DJ.
Exactly.
Radio DJ after Argy Bargy. That was was that his first job, radio DJ, for 2 days at the hospital?
Yeah, I feel like so many people on that show would do
shout out
this.
to you, Arj. We love that you've turned your life around sober and got
living
the
life.
Arj band.
Apart from that, anyway, how's your life been?
My life has been very busy. I've moved house again. I know what you're thinking. You just moved house. Well, it was temporary. So now I've moved into a non-temporary house. My 2 friends are about to have a baby and I'm on call. I'm on call to go to the house before the grandma comes because the grandma lives about an hour away.
Yeah.
Or 45 minutes. So my phone every night, I go to sleep going, have I turned up the volume enough? Am I going to wake up if they call me? I'm checking their location every half an hour. It's like I'm stalking them.
You're just trying to be...
Are they having our child together? So I'm so excited for little baby Pickles to come into the world. That's what we call it, Pickles. I'm going to be quite disappointed if the name is not actually Pickles.
Pickles is a cute name.
It's kind of cute. It's kind of edgy.
Pickles for a dog.
Very classy, very demure. Demurous.
Imagine a
Menuous?
You said that.
Demure.
Demure.
Demi Lovato.
Imagine a sausage dog called Pickles. That's so cute.
Why would you say that? If you're going to call a sausage dog anything, obviously you're going to call it jelly roll.
Isn't that
A delicious, tasty treat.
wasn't
My
he
mother
also a
used to give me
guy-
afternoon tea.
Jelly Roll was also a guy on something like a show.
Jelly roll.
I think he also died.
A human?
There was a human called Jelly Roll on like
She's Googling. She's Googling absolute rubbish.
he was a
Who?
singer.
He was a singer.
He sung
Pavarotti.
he doesn't
Andrea Bocelli.
Okay, his name's actual Jace.
Jason Roller.
Yeah, he's a singer.
and his name is Jelly Roll.
No, his actual legal name is Jason Bradley DeFord, but he goes by Jelly Roll. Like imagine Post Malone, but like
because I'm not wearing my glasses, everyone.
Oh,
All
yeah.
my contacts, so I'm blind. That literally just looks like Paul Blart Mall Cop tatted up with a shaved head. Oh my gosh.
Did he die or is he alive? No, he just did an interview. He's alive.
He just did an interview. Is he dead or alive? He just didn't do the interview. Obviously, then he's alive, Britt.
He's a like country, like Post Malone country kind of singer. Anyway,
Why are you comparing things to Post Malone? That is a brilliant album.
that's a
Speaking
good
of music,
thing. That's what I'm saying. That's a good thing.
this is a great segue. What
Yeah.
have you been listening to recently?
I've been listening to a lot of music.
I've been listening to a lot. I feel like I have a lot to contribute.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I've got 5
artists.
songs.
Oh, I don't even have songs. I just have like
Okay.
like artists.
Well, okay, I've got 5.
Arthur Hill.
No, actually.
Arthur Hill with the bad mustache.
Anyway,
Britt, can you actually like some real music for once?
I do like real
T-Pain.
you don't know what my
Okay.
first favorite.
Yeah,
song
tell me.
is.
T-Pain? Is it T-Pain? Is it actually T-Pain?
No, it's Michael
Booty
Bublé.
going up, down. Oh, Michael Bublé.
I know it's so lame.
No, but you got to explain this. So Brit, when they lived in Singapore, when they left Singapore, her mother was severely depressed when they left Singapore because she loved it so much.
Yeah.
That Brit would tell me whenever Michael Bublé comes on, Brit always says the story.
That
her mum would just blast Michael Bublé.
That and Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
And I
but
wanna
also
go home.
yeah, that song. But I also think one of his albums was released when we first moved there. It's literally I think it's his like self-titled album. Anyway, a lot of his
Bublé.
songs remind me of Singapore. So my like playlist is like Homecoming in brackets, aka I'm going to Singapore.
AK,
Anyway.
the boob.
So the other night I was cleaning my room with a face mask on, in my pajamas, blasting on repeat. I literally just had it on repeat, everything by Michael Bublé. And when
And in this crazy
Literally.
life, and through these it's such an actual great lyric.
do you know,
Let's read the lyrics. Actually,
Oh, I can tell you.
No, I want to. I want to. Do you know what I want? I want to say them.
I want that
Everything
as my wedding
lyrics.
song.
Like you say.
I
you're
know I say
full
that
of
about a lot
baloney.
of
You
songs.
say it about every song.
But like when you listen to the
ready?
lyrics,
Close your eyes. Ready? You're a falling star.
yep, you're a getaway car.
No, you're the
Getaway car.
You're the line in the sand when I've gone
Too far.
You're the swimming pool on an August day, so full of piss. Actually, speaking of peeing in pools,
What?
just pause.
Okay.
Someone said to me the other day, they pee in pools and it's a normal thing.
No, it's not.
It is not
It's disgusting.
normal. Now, back to the Bublé lyrics because I need to finish serenading you. You're the swimming pool on August day. Disgusting. You're the perfect thing to say. And you play it coy. But it's kind of cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what to do. See, lyrics are so much better when you say them.
They sound a bit
Say the lyrics.
creepier.
Say the lyrics, new segment. Wait, we're almost at the chorus. That might take a long time. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true. Because when you, I can, you.
When I have a stroke.
When I have a stroke. Because you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life and through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing every line, every word, you're everything.
Well,
Thank you. That was
your dramatic reading of everything from Michael Bublé.
and that was my reading of everything by Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé, come on the pod. We'll do a Christmas ep for you.
Anyway,
That was your number one, and we've got 4 more to go through.
I will go fast. Still, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish.
It's a good song.
It is just yet again. I know it's not a love song. It's literally, I'm pretty sure, about her brother. And
It's
her.
about her and her brother because they're best friends.
But like, it also great wedding song. At this point,
No, not for me, but for you, sure.
anyway, that's a great song.
Oh, that's right. I forget. You love basic songs.
I do. I'm a basic person.
Here's my thing with that song, right? I'll just say my one beef with it.
Feather
It's
the
so
live
catchy,
version.
right?
She did a version for Amazon Prime in a studio. Her voice.
We got to pray for the Billie Eilish, but
She's all over the place.
she's all over the place. We got to pray for her. But good song. But is that song going to be popular in 4 years? I don't think so. I think it's the same as the Barbie one. What was I made for?
That song's just so depressing.
Every time I listen to that, I don't know why, my eyes just start like leaking.
Okay, motoring through because I have
Motorboating
a bunch.
through.
Motoring through.
You animal.
Okay. My next one is a worship song.
Oh,
I can't
yes.
remember if this has been. I don't think it has.
Probably.
I think I've said it's. I have two at the moment. One is "Slower I Go" by SEU. I've definitely had an SEU song as one of my favorite
Like
songs before.
S as in
SEU. It's the university in Florida, I'm pretty sure. But it's their like they do that Monday morning faith song. Anyway.
I don't know any of those.
The lyrics in "Slower I Go," it's just basically talking about how like it's like literally the lyric seems as though the slower I go, the faster I arrive, and it's like
Oh, that's
a whole
nice.
like thing that's like if it's not in your timing, I don't want it, and like it's a great
Very
song.
good revelation song to have.
Like the chorus is like I want to have slow feet, slow plans, steadfast, impatient. It's just very timely.
Timey.
Anyway.
Timely.
Then is "Great Is" by Elevation Worship. Couldn't speak for a second.
Great is your faithfulness to
No,
me.
but that's a great song as well.
I don't deserve it.
It's off their
I
new
don't
album.
deserve it. I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
It's off their new album.
Oh, I love the Tiff Tiff. Do we hands
not-
up if you love Tiff?
She's great. This isn't
It's
her
not
singing.
her.
No, it's
Why would you listen to anything but?
Jenna. I don't know how to say her last
Gemma
name.
has seen
Jenna.
a ghost.
Gemma has seen a ghost. Also a great song. It's like when I look back over my life and I think how good you have been, my soul sings.
Great
is your faithfulness.
Is your faithfulness. I don't deserve
And then the last
it.
one. Also,
I don't deserve it.
do you want just karaoke? So I can just be karaoke.
Karaoke.
The last one is also a worship song, and it's Elevation Rhythm, and it's "Goodbye Yesterday." Such a good pump up song when you need to like. I'm gonna play a couple seconds of it when you need to literally like, fang it.
Okay, go for it.
Hold on.
Oh, it's rock and roll.
It's like because it's like the
rock
youth
and
band.
roll worship.
Hold on.
We have different pump ups, but I
do.
appreciate that's your pump up.
Anyway, it's a great song.
My
So
pump
they're
up
my
is
songs.
Rosalind by Bon Iver. While I'm lying on the sidewalk and it's
Crying.
raining.
Okay, what are your songs?
Okay, so worship songs I've been loving. There is a new name written down in glory.
I forgot to say
Charity
this.
Gale, what a woman.
I forgot to say, you know how when we were in the car and you showed me that song the first
Yeah.
time, and you were like, "There's one line in this that I don't agree with."
No, I realized
we really got it wrong.
We got it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like that they're saying they're the author of their life, but it's saying I met the author.
Every time I listen to that song, I remember texting. I'm like, "We got it wrong."
we were mean to Charity. Yeah, I love that one.
It's a great
That
song.
is a great pump up.
That's a good pump up song.
What else have I
And
been
he's
loving?
mine.
Deserve You by Justin Bieber Justice. I've played that song so
Yeah.
many times.
It is a good song.
When I'm in my thoughts, wait. Let's read those ones. Let's read those
It's
ones.
just going to be a dramatic reading of different words.
Yeah, let's read those ones. When I'm in my thoughts sometimes. Deserve You, Justin Bieber. I just love it. It's not my favorite album, but it's a really...
It's off Justice.
Yeah, Justice. It's a very good one. When I'm in my thoughts sometimes, it's hard to believe I'm the person you think I am. Justin, we got to get with the positive thinking. What's going on? The person that you tell me you love, I'm on my 10,000th life.
Oh,
What?
interesting.
9,909. It slipped my hands. But this the one I'm not giving up. Night after night, you fall asleep on me. Get away because I don't like anyone breathing near me. I'm praying that I don't go back to who I was. I feel like I don't deserve you tonight. It's in the way that you hold me. Oh. Hello? Gemma has seen a ghost. Justin? Okay,
So
so
many
many technical difficulties. As you just saw, the lights went off, but now they're back on. Anyway, that was my reading by Deserve You by Justin Bieber, so I'm loving that. I am also loving Little Too Late.
It's just
too
little-
late.
We were singing the same song, just different.
No, we're singing it at my pace. It's just too little, too late. Yeah! That one, loving it. It's just such...
Come with me.
Stay the night. Say the words and boy, it don't feel right. What do you expect me to say?
You know it's just a little too
It literally empowers and manifests womanhood.
Love. Oh, you can't just not scream that song.
Sorry.
Jojo, where are you?
She's still coming out with music.
Is she?
Yeah, she had got an eyebrow ring. That was an interesting time in her life.
Oh.
Then I love, my absolute, thinking I'm in a music video. Because you got a long way to go.
Oh,
you're claiming that you're so hard. And you claim you got skills. We won't finish the rest of those lyrics, but I love it.
That's a great song.
Okay, and then the top tier of top tier. Short and sweet. Short and
Oh,
sweet.
yeah. You are obsessed.
Sabrina Carpenter's new album came out. I don't know if it came out Friday in Australia or Thursday, but let me tell you, I have listened to that album non-stop.
What's the song you were listening to all yesterday? I listened to about 4 times.
Don't smile because it happened, baby. Cry because it's over.
It's like she's here
I
with us
want
now.
you to miss me. I want you to miss me. You're supposed to think about me every time you hold her. So I was singing this to our friend Nicole all night last night after church. We went for dinner. Then I dropped her home and I played it and she's like, this is a pretty good song. It sounds not the same as what she was singing. I'm like, yeah, because
It was better when I was singing
better when I was singing it. I just love it. Confidence, Slim Pickings, other one, Bad Chem. And then Dumb and Poetic, sorry.
Yeah.
Dumb and Poetic is so good.
Yeah.
Don't act like one. Wait, what's the lyric? It's like, something about like, stop trying to act like a man because you're not one. You suck. I love it. I just love Sabrina. I love Sabrina and I love Bade.
Do you want to sing the intro song?
I think you should.
Men.
Ooh, the amount of technical difficulties we've had today, guys.
We're rusty. We're getting back.
It's not rusty. I think
Something's off in
something
this
is
here.
off in this studio. Someone's either been doing a Satanist podcast or just all the extra random furniture or, look, we still have our Star Dazzle Award. It's still there.
Yeah, it is still
We'll
there,
bring
the
it in
giant
for the last part of the ep.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Men's back.
The
Men's back.
The boys are back. Gonna do it
Yeah,
again.
the boys are
Gonna
back.
break up the neighborhood.
Okay.
The boys are back. The boys
Should
are
we
back.
just
the men are back. Just start.
Get in. Okay.
Get into it. Also, we're really sorry about the... Okay, you did it very differently to how I
was just
thought.
get the tape would kept getting stuck on each
Yeah,
other.
you're
That's what I did
true.
last
That's what
time.
I would do. So we've used red tape. Guys, we're a hot mess today.
It is the Hot Mess Express in here.
Hot Mess Express, number 6. Show us what you mean.
Is Arthur.
Why are you showing it to the
I don't know.
camera? Stick it. See what I mean?
I don't know. This is okay. It's gonna happen. This is just gonna be all over the place since.
No, I've got it. You can't do it, or can you? If you pull the whole entire thing, put it next to you on the desk,
Put them up.
and put them up at a time. Okay. Guys, you have seen this in real time. We're not perfect.
Okay. So is Arthur? I don't know his last
Arthur
name.
Hill.
No, other Arthur.
Oh, I got it.
Batch and
Every
Arthur
day
Potter.
when you're walking
that
down the
Arthur.
street.
His podcast with Italian Batch, so funny.
Oh, is that
So good.
Arthur?
Yes, the one who was a lawyer.
do love
He's
Arthur.
very smart. It just satisfies my ADHD.
Drink the ocean to completion.
It satisfies that need of my ADHD to like deep dive into deep topics and know everything about it because that's what he does. So
that when you meet one day, what's going on there?
Oh, do you want water?
No, thank
Okay.
you.
Just like, no, if I like think of it, like the other day I started Googling natural disasters and then just fell into a deep dive of like finding out like why certain things happen.
No,
and
see, that
2
would
hours
send
later,
me so stressed.
and it just satisfies the ADHD in my brain. But anyway, he does that on the podcast. So we love
Arthur's number
Arthur.
6.
Okay, number 5.
5. Can you count?
Arthur Hill, another Arthur.
Just put them on top of each other. What are you
What
doing?
are you talking on top of it? Like, oh, okay, now.
Yes. Guys, you clearly can see who the just continue.
Okay, Arthur Hill, yet again, his music is so good. I still love it, even though
He only has one song.
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, flying across the floor, flying across the floor when you look at me.
He's not Hillary Duff.
Oh, I thought we were talking about people that actually can sing good songs.
Okay, well, Tiny Room, great song. It's just me and you.
I just can't forget that he did that video, and that's all I see him as now.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
At the dinner table.
The boy who lived
has come to
Harry
die.
Potter.
Okay.
The boy who lived has come to die.
I'm actually pretty good at it.
Harry Potter.
You sound like you're dying a bit. Okay, number 4. Italian Batch. Yet again, goes along with Arthur.
I don't have my glasses on,
His
and all I can
podcast.
see is blurred stripy jumper and blue pants. But all I will say is I have so much serotonin that just hit my brain right now.
Because you just think of all his videos.
I just love him.
I can't speak. His humor is like peak.
It's peak us.
It's our humor.
He's boy us mixed in with a bit of our friend Dan and with a sprinkle of our friend Magus, and it's us.
It's just peak humor, and I love it. Some people don't find it funny and don't understand.
Yeah,
and
those
that's
people
okay. You don't have to.
No, you have to.
Okay.
Get a better understanding. Oh, this is what I see about the red tape.
Okay, this tape is a bit all over the place.
It's okay.
Okay, number 3. George Clarkey.
Who?
He's that TikToker, but he does a podcast with Max Blegday, the Useless Hotline. The blonde guy from TikTok with the Crocs.
When
did I ask?
When did I ask?
You know it's getting old now and no one's going to... Anyway.
Did you just take a dig at me on live television?
His podcast is very funny.
He's very
I will say,
good-looking
after
boy.
I was driving
He's British, isn't he?
He is British.
We
I'm
love
pretty
the
sure
British.
everyone on this is British.
Yeah, but you know why? Because the British are calling.
Yes. Driving
Here
hero.
I am, Lord. It is I, Lord.
Driving Hero, I did realise I forgot 2 people and I'm very sad about it.
Just say them now. Because they would be an equal number 3.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, who is that?
Pete and Sam.
Pete and Sam.
It's because I was listening to Staying
Pete
Relevant.
and Sam is me and Britt, except
But
Britt.
who is who?
I am Pete.
But then you're also Sam.
So I'm everyone. I think we're equally both. We are
Yeah.
both Sam and Pete, and it changes in our friendship who we are.
I think it was like their newest episode. Someone made them like a jingle. It's so bad. And Pete goes at the end, like they play it, and Pete's just like, "Why would you do this?" Like it's being so rude. It's so funny.
Oh, I love Pete. You know what?
Anyway.
I'm sad though that Pete and Chloe Sims never worked out. I'm still rooting for them in another life. But then I also was rooting for Chloe Sims and Mario. Anyway, this isn't the Only Way is Essex catch up, so we'll continue.
Now, isn't he?
Whatever.
Speaking of the Only Way,
Speaking of the Only Way is
Mr.
Essex.
Essex.
Oh, Joey. Reem. That's Reem.
But specifically at the moment, Joey and Love Island.
Yeah, you are in your
I've
I Love
just
Joey Love
finished-
Island era.
Just finished that season, and listen, Joey was a bit of a.
Naughty
There were some
boy.
things. There were some things that I
Naughty.
didn't agree with, and I still don't think he ended up with who he actually wanted to end up with. Controversial opinion. If you watch Love Island, you will understand.
Can you believe though? Because
who he
I love
should have
all these
ended up
type
with?
of shows that I've never seen an episode of Love Island.
I think you would love it. Joey played the game a bit too hard, and I think he wanted to prove to everyone that he wasn't just going to drop every girl that came in for the next girl.
but he did.
But he did. But I think.
But it's
he
justified because he's Joey Essex.
Yeah, but I think he regretted it at the end. But anyway, it was a pretty good season. It's the first season where I've been like fully invested in a couple years.
Besides Molly May and
Well, since
what's his name?
2019, Tommy, but they broke up and I can't talk about it.
Yeah, okay, too soon.
Number 1
Is
the
it
reason I'm
F1 drive? Oh no, you said it's all British.
Yeah,
There's no British F1 drivers.
there's 3 actually.
Well, no, because they wouldn't loathe themselves to do computer graphic driving.
Anyway, it is Lando.
Is he British?
British. He's very
I
British.
instantly just have a huge ick for him, and I've actually been quite tolerable of him.
But he won his second race last night, which I wasn't planning up and staying and watching the race, and then because, long story short, he didn't look like he was going to win, but then
He got wind.
Yes.
He got gas. Is it like if they fart in the car because it's so tiny? It's like a gas chambering themselves.
I don't know. Don't know if they've ever been.
Do they wear a
asked.
helmet in the
They
car?
wear a helmet, and they wear
Protect 'em.
fireproofs. They have like a full
Oh,
balaclava.
in case their butt gets on fire from the farts.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, he won his second race
Isn't a
last night.
balaclava a a
Like a
thing with
ski
2
mask.
sticks on the end that you hit people with?
Yes, it's that, but it's also like a ski mask. Like the ski mask where just the eyes are showing.
Oh, so a cat burglar.
Yes. Like literally like a burglar's mask. Anyway, he won his second race last night. It was
Why
just,
are you sad?
I'm not sad. It was,
It was just a lot emotionally.
I was awake till 1 o'clock in the morning because it was 72 laps.
I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning because I was just praying for hours in my
Of course,
secret place.
you were just
Singing, "Here I am, Lord. I have heard you calling from the night.
Anyway, Lando's number
I
one.
will go.
If Lando could just
Lord.
repeat what he did last night in Singapore, that would be great. Don't really care about Monza or Azerbaijan.
Your people in my heart.
Anyway, so it's Lando. He could win Drivers' Championship this
Are
year.
you seeing him in Singapore?
Yeah. The same 20 drivers race every...
Okay, I will. What? Okay, I'm making a big deal with you now. If you get a photo with any of your top drivers,
am I gonna
Chocolate Eclair, Landon,
Where am I gonna
Orlando
meet them?
Bloom, I'm just saying. You don't know. You could be walking around somewhere. If you see one of them and get a photo with them, you'd have to, Brit. You can't be shy, girl. If you see your dream, you'd have to, Brit.
Yes.
I will watch that stupid F1 movie,
It's a TV show.
Cars 1 and 2, with you.
No. Anyway, so, yeah.
You know what they say about F1?
Greatest sport to ever exist. It's going great, guys.
Brit, we got the perfect angle, the perfect camera, whatever, camera angle, starts running towards the camera,
exactly.
punches it, kicks it like a football, ruins the whole thing, but she fixed it. Okay. I have a confession. We spoke this morning about doing women. About doing gals of the week. Like the gals. We're getting the ladies involved, the gals, our favourite ladies. Brit forgot and did top tier men. I had already printed my women. So now this is going to be gals. We need to think of a name because top tier men just works. Hey girl, hey.
You guys can't see, but I just gagged.
It's called Hey Girl, Hey. Hey Girl, Hey Girl, Hey.
Suddenly, this is a solo
This
podcast.
is Hey Girl, Hey. And these are
never
my
saying
top Hey
that.
Girls that I'm loving. Number 5.
Oh,
Number 6.
Amelia.
I can't speak. Amelia from Chicken Shop.
We love her.
Can I just say, she truly started from the bottom.
Now she's here.
Now she's here. She's actually in heaven. That's how high she's soaring. She hasn't passed away. I just love her. I love the interviews. I love that she interviews all our boyfriends that we wish were our boyfriends and she pretends they're her boyfriends. And let me tell you, the day she interviews Harry or Jacob,
It's over.
it will make me so happy.
Yet again, I feel like it goes along with Italian Batch. Her humour is so
Her
dry.
humour is so dry and funny. I
Yeah.
just love it. Because there was this other girl I was watching that has videos. Bobby, that girl that...
Bobby Altloff.
Yeah, can't
No,
stand. I
she's-
cannot stand. Sorry, Bobby.
She's also cancelled, I'm pretty sure.
Go look after your children. Seriously. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, love Amelia. So she's number 6. Number 5. Now this woman, before I put her up, let me say, I'm scared you can see through
can't
it.
see.
She's just quite an inspiration. She may have had an attitude, but she got there in the end.
Is it me?
It's a picture of Brit. No, she may have had an attitude, but she got here in the end. But I just think that I just really have seen the growth in her personnel through this movie. And one of the greatest songs ever.
I've absolutely no idea.
Life's a
who it
climb,
is.
but the view's
Miley.
great. Smiley Miley.
Smiley Miley.
I just love Hannah Montana. And I just love the Hannah Montana movie. And I think she's a woman who just like, when I'm getting a bit down, tucked me in, turned down the light, make me safe. Little girls depend on things like that. I just love it. How can you not?
That is such a great song.
When your standards become low in men, just think of, is his name Travis? What's his name?
Travis.
Yeah, think of Travis because he'll bring your standards right back up. And remember to stay true to yourself. And also remember to hang out with your family. And also remember every long
I was about to say God bless the broken road. Yet again, another great wedding song.
God bless. That was my friend Gabby and Carlos, their entrance. Her entrance. Have I ever told you that?
I think you
that was
probably
their entrance song. Shout out to you, Gabby. We love you. Okay.
Do you remember the other song they sing? I get your dog back, get your house back. You get the...
Okay. Love this woman as well. She's been on a ripper of a journey. She's tour de queen at the moment, touring.
Is this Taylor? Oh, okay.
I just love her.
Someone I know went and saw her in Germany.
I love her. I've always loved her. But as I've gotten older, obviously I very much resonate with her music. Like, just you
and
feel
her as
it.
a person.
Her as a person, I actually love her. I love that she's done the hard work. She's healed through the hard stuff. She's sought out wise counsel.
She took a break when she needed it.
She took a break when she needed it. And then she's got back into it. And she just is a really good mum to her child. And I just love her.
Yeah, she is great.
Are you distracted by your phone?
I'm distracted by my sister texting me like 6 times.
Do not disturb. Pop it on.
It is.
Okay, so anyway, love the Adele.
Her music is just never...
It never gets
There's
wrong.
a song for every
Should
emotion.
I give up or should
Turning
I just
tables.
keep chasing pavements? Even if I just love Adele.
I made up my
Are you getting
mind.
excited now? Or you think
Yeah, this is good. I didn't even know who I would have put.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to look up her actual name because I always get it wrong. But she's a girl I've been loving on Instagram. So I'm in my changing my style up era. Since I moved house, I was like, I'm going to change up my style a bit. We got to figure out our summer style before summer comes and you're already stressed about wearing shorts and bikinis.
Absolutely
We're going to
not.
sort it out ahead of time. So her name is Daisy Austin.
Oh, is this the girl with the
This
t-shirt?
is her Instagram. Can you see it? Is it blurry? We'll link it in the bio. But she does amazing, fun graphic t-shirts, long maxi skirts, bright colours, which is hello. That's as bright as it gets for me. And I just love her. She's come out with her own t-shirt. Oh gosh, she's come out with her own t-shirts that have olives and pasta on them and strawberry jam.
Is this the one you bought?
I didn't buy that one, but I'm going to buy it. It's $90 from the UK. It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money for a
But
t-shirt.
I love her. So she's made it because she just makes me feel good about myself. I mean, look at that outfit. It's got a lemon shirt.
I'm
It's got
obsessed with those
yellow,
shoes.
It's got yellow and pink sambas. She just knows who she is and she's about it.
Yeah.
So love the inspiring woman. She's motivating me. Feel confident in my skin. That is what we're after from Hey Girl, Hey. It's going to stick and you know it.
I want those shoes now.
Let's buy them. Number 2. Don't smile because it happened, baby. Cry because it's over. I want you to... Sabrina. It has to be.
She is
Look
great.
at her. Okay, I will admit. I never liked Sabrina. Not because I didn't like she did something wrong or whatever. I just didn't really like... I wasn't like one of the cult following of her.
Yeah.
But I like knew about her from like Disney shows because she used to be on Disney Channel, didn't she?
She was on Girl Meets World.
Yeah. Which I didn't watch that much, but I knew she was on it. I will be honest, I don't like her because of Taylor, because we all know I'm not a Taylor fan, but I do like her because of the Barry. So I
big
know
does.
that's a bit stupid, but I love Barry Keoghan. So they started dating, and then I mean, she came out with Espresso, and our world
Espresso
has
is a
never been the
great
same
song.
since. And honestly, if she comes and tours, I think me shouting Espresso at the top of my lungs in sparkly wide leg pants and a crop top is going to heal something inside of me.
You need to listen to her old song called Thumb. It's so
I've listened
good.
to some of it also.
It's
I haven't listened to that one, but I've listened to a lot of the old stuff. I mean, Feather. I mean, what an
This is
absolute
when I say
banger.
old though. This is like
When she first started.
yeah. I think it might have been her first song. It's like so we keep on twiddling them thumbs. It's so good.
I'm not listening to it just after that lyric. Twiddling them thumbs.
so it's skiddly dee dum bum bum.
Is there a giant rat on the roof? Did you hear that noise?
No.
You have the headphones on. It literally sounded like there was a raccoon.
Oh.
Anyway, so we love Sabrina. We love the Sabrina. Now I'm taking all the girls off because she deserves her own special place.
It's Taylor Swift. Rachel.
She's the top gal. The toppest of top.
I
stop
can't
flirting.
see.
She's the toppest of top gals. She's always been a top gal. I will defend her.
Is this Blake Lively?
No.
Okay.
Oh, please. We actually have to treat people we work with kindly. Blake, like Drew Barrymore. Maybe be more like Drew. That's a new hashtag. Love the Drew.
I do love
Stop
it.
it. Love the Drew. Love her.
I'm kind to her and I love her.
Love the Drew.
Something she does confuses me.
Nothing confuses me.
When she sits basically on top of the guests on her show.
She's healing parts of their soul.
Yeah, but
through her
personal
love
space.
Pastoral care.
People like their personal space, and Drew Barrymore likes people's personal space.
Yes, so me and Drew have that in common.
Okay,
Anyway, if you were interviewing Harry, you're telling me you're going to sit on an opposite couch?
Yes, because I never want to meet anyone.
There won't be a couch if I'm interviewing. There's an ottoman. Take a seat, son. But there's only one. Guess I'm just a baby.
Just a baby.
Anyway, back to my number one woman. She's done the hard yards. She got engaged this year. We love her. Gemma has seen a ghost.
Oh, Gemma.
I love the Gemma. The GC. GC is in the house.
I'm claustrophobic, Darren.
Gemma Collins, we adore you. We're two
That
of
is
your
my
biggest fans.
My inner monologue is her.
Gemma is us. We are Gemma. Gemma is us. We are Gemma. And Gemma is us. And I just love her. She's a top woman. She's like confident, loves the skin she's in. She's got businesswoman. She's just got engaged to Rami. They've like dated for 100 years back and forth.
Yeah.
But honestly, we love the GC.
Oh,
And you know what they say about Gemma Collins? You ain't getting none of that
this
candy. Anyway. Hey, girl. Hey. I just love that you hate it. That's why we'll come up with a better name for it then.
okay. So I know we've said. Sorry, I really can't see it. There we go. I know we've said that we're doing like 3-part series, and we've never. I don't think we've successfully finished a 3-part series
We've
yet.
never successfully finished 3-part series, but
We also never said they would be 3 parts together. We need spread up. You need variety a bit.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't think people understand when we do a 3-part series, we want to get the top of the top guests on for those. So we did say we're doing a 3-part series on relationships, and that is still going to happen. We've done part 1, and we'll have part 2 and 3 whenever that happens.
Yeah.
But we are starting a new series
Yes,
today.
it is. Okay, we're going to start talking a bit more about mental health. But disclaimer, we are not medical professionals.
We're not medical professionals. We're not psychologists.
This is what works for us.
And just our personal experience.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
I think we're both very passionate about it. And I think that it is just, I think it's a very important topic for us to discuss, especially being young adults in this society. And so we're going to we have some questions, and we're going to discuss these questions. We might necessarily answer our own questions. It's not like when we've done before where it's like the 3-part questions. We're just going to open up some discussion
it's
points.
more conversational.
And then I think we are going to get some people on. We would love to get a clinical psychologist on. I think we're going
like
to
an
work
actual
towards
medical
that,
professional.
which would be great. But I think, for now, this is just part 1 and just me and Brick chatting, and we thought it'd be a great start.
Okay. Well, like, when did you start thinking about like your mental health and like recognizing?
Well, I don't think I did. I don't think it was like something I was like, oh, I think I have mental health problems. I was just quite young. I've always seen psychologists since I was quite young because I was a bit of a problem child. But for me, I think probably when I didn't know the word was anxiety because I don't think it was really spoken about.
It wasn't normalized at all.
It wasn't normalized to, I feel like, only maybe the past like 10 years or even 15 years. But I feel like I've always kind of had anxiousness always in me when I was younger. And then I think I've had depression since I was like 15. I'm 30 now. That's 15 years. So it's a long time. But I don't think it was like I recognized it. Like I went to a doctor because I just wasn't coping or doing well. So my mum took me to a doctor and I got diagnosed. I didn't recognize it within myself because I was unwell. So I got diagnosed when I was younger. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I feel like
I've always been ill. Also, guys, I just want to disclaim, we joke.
Yeah.
We're not joking about it. It's just how we cope.
It's a coping mechanism. It's like
we'll try not to.
Yeah.
We do it a lot by ourselves, but we'll try not to do it.
I think similar to you, like I was a very anxious, very, very anxious child.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think I realized, and I was always say I was an introvert, but now looking back, I think my introvertness, I don't know if that's a word, stems from my anxiety. And later being diagnosed with my OCD is probably where like, but I wasn't diagnosed with like, I was diagnosed with anxiety when I was a child, but like my OCD, I don't think I was like, it was like 2019, so I was 21. But now looking back, I'm like, all of that makes... I got diagnosed with
OCD when I was probably like 14 or 15.
But I'm like, now that all makes sense because my OCD stems from my anxiety.
But I don't think there was language around it when
No,
we
it
were
wasn't.
younger. So they would say like OCD, there's so much more research now, but there's still not even enough support, which is a whole nother conversation we can get into. But I feel like with OCD, it was just like you're cleaning or particular. I don't think they realize all the traits, the triggers, the different types of symptoms, it's so much detail. And I'm very passionate about talking about it with people to make them aware. Even like recently as last week, someone said to me, they go, you know how you always joke about this, but like, I just never really listened, but I've been doing some research and it's actually like what you're saying is like they're actually things that like affect people with OCD and like it's like how your mind takes up space and
that's like my OCD is not
stuff.
cleanliness. Like it's not like everything. Like my house is not Marie Kondo. Certain parts of my life
I do love I've the cleaning one and everything else.
Yeah,
one.
but my OCD is like more my mental control over things. And
not
like,
being in control.
Not being in, like it's like a control freak on steroids.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. Great question. Do you think that going a bit off topic, do you think people a lot of times these days self-diagnose? And that's part one of the question. Do you think there's a risk factor in that of self-diagnosing yourself with stuff? Or do you think you can only be diagnosed if you have a doctor? Because I fall both ways with it.
I think it's hard because I've only ever been diagnosed by a doctor.
Yeah.
I think the catalyst to go to a doctor and get formally diagnosed can be done by starting to think, oh, these are behaviors or these are mindsets that I'm like, don't necessarily, normal's not the right word, are like not like healthy.
Yeah.
And so I think I might like saying like, I think I might have anxiety, I might have whatever mental health issues, but then that should be a prompt or a catalyst to maybe go.
But do you think some doctors don't diagnose
Oh,
people?
100%. Like I do think, I don't know if it's just like they don't, some doctors, which I think it would be weird, don't understand. I think because mental health is speaking about mental health is still a very taboo and it's only just becoming more normalized. It's not like I have ADHD and when I was a child, like it was very like ADHD was seen as something. It's like, we're going to get you medicated so we can fix it.
Yeah.
You can't fix ADHD. You just learn to live with it. And it's the same with most mental health disorders or stuff or illnesses. You don't fix them. You just learn ways to cope with them and live with them. And I feel like that's something that's now only just really being like taken. That's like, we're not putting a Band-Aid on it. Like we're not telling you that, okay, you've got anxiety. So like, just be happy. Like it's like,
that's
okay.
my favorite response. People,
Yeah.
what's wrong? I'm just having a rough mental health day. Have you tried being happy?
Have you tried smiling?
Have you tried getting a stapler and stapling your forehead?
I think personally, and this is just from my experience, if you do think you are suffering with some kind of mental illness, go to a doctor.
I would advise that too.
Because also they have resources that can give you to help with that. But I guess some people, that's a big step, and maybe that's making it real is going and getting, so self-diagnosing it and then finding your own ways to cope with it might be enough.
I would start with...
There is no, I don't think, right answer. There is no
right answer because I know people that have, the medical system has absolutely failed them miserably. And then I know people like myself where it hasn't. So I think it doesn't fall either way. I will say if you are struggling, in the bio of the Spotify and the YouTube and everything, we're going to put links to like Kids Helpline if you're a kid and you're watching this, Beyond Blue, Lifeline, all the things.
Dog, yeah.
But I do think that if you are going through a really hard time and no one knows about it, I would advise you to call one of the lines and just maybe start a conversation with someone. It's not face-to-face, so it's less invasive and scary, and it's anonymous. And I would also really heavily advise you, especially in Australia, to go to your GP and get a mental health care plan. You can get up to 10 free sessions if you've been through PTSD and really high trauma situation responses. Most people don't know this. You can apply and get up to 30 to 60 free sessions if you've been through high trauma and you're a high trauma response person. So I think for me, I just feel like it's not spoken about enough what we have out there, but then I feel like there's not enough stuff as well, because I feel like once you hit 18 and you go into the system as an adult, it's so much harder to get any type of support. Like it's pretend you're 18 and you get diagnosed into a mental health like you have an episode or something and you go to the emergency and they put you in a mental health ward. They're putting you in a mental health ward with 50-year-old people. But you're 18 years old. You're still a child. Like you need, I don't know. I've seen both sides of it, but I think that the mental health system, when you turn 18, I think it's built to fail. That's what I feel.
Yeah, and I've had no personal experience with the mental health side of like I've seen like counselors and stuff, but not the like
extreme
side of it.
I'll ask some questions. Has there been times you've been really struggling with your mental health and you've not felt supported by people around you?
No. I think maybe it's very unique. I'm very lucky in a family that very much understands mental health. Like generationally, my family's dealt with it, and I'm very comfortable to go to my parents and be like, when I'm having when I'm just having more of like a harder season, like, and I know like the steps I take like to get back to being in a healthier place. Like at the moment I feel like I'm in a healthier place, but like earlier this year it was a bit different. But I feel personally I feel like I'm very lucky where I do feel supported. But I guess maybe in high school when I was still working out with like a cognizant brain what anxiety was, because like I'd always felt anxious as a child, but like recognizing and understanding that in like year 7 and 8. Like I remember sitting down with like my house coordinator and she'd be like, well, you can go like see the counsellor at school. And I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know like your schools had like school counsellors.
I feel like it's not promoted well. Again, it's built to fail.
Like it wasn't something that was like, but like if you asked what the teachers, they would tell you. But she was,
and
lovely.
it would always be like that office you walk past and it's got all
it
the
literally
it's
like
colourful.
And it had like a little weight. Anyway, it was great. She was such a lovely lady and she was really helpful.
What would your one sounding piece of advice be to someone that it's not been that case? They've not felt supported and they don't have support, or they have a family, close, immediate family doesn't understand, or they've friends that just don't understand.
That what they're going through is normal. Like, try and find someone who will listen to you. Like, even if it's going to a doctor and like sitting down and telling them like, this is how I feel, like trying to get someone to at least validate you. I feel like the first person that validates you makes you suddenly feel like you're not crazy.
Because it's valid, isn't it?
It's validating that you're not an insane, but insane's not the right word, but like you're not.
You don't feel like you're
losing touch with reality.
You don't feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah.
You can feel like you're going crazy when you're feeling all these things and you feel like no one in the world understands. And
all it takes is one person to validate you, and I feel like it's not the answer, but it starts you thinking like, okay, I can get through this. At least that's my
I think that's good
experience.
Because I think for some people resources would help them, but I feel like based personally for majority, resources wouldn't help me.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder going through mental health stuff being a Christian? Because people just think you pray it away.
Yes and no. That's if the right people aren't around you, 100%.
Yeah. Do you think there's this, I don't know if stigma is the right word. Do you think that too much of the time Christians don't meet the person where they're at and instead they put too much emphasis on prayer? Prayer, I believe, is the most important thing and is one of the most untapped tools in the world, in the earthly world, because not everyone's a Christian. But do you think a lot of the time a Christian won't sit down with you and hear you out? Instead, they'll just jump straight to prayer or jump straight to scripture instead.
Yeah, I was first coming to terms with like my OCD and why my anxiety stemmed from that. I didn't realize at the time, but the counselor and the psychologist that I was going to was actually a Christian. And so she was able to give me the tools that I needed and the medical like diagnosis and everything. But then she was also able to come at it from a point of view that I would understand more as a Christian on how to like navigate and how to overcome's also not the right word, but like how to overcome
is the right word,
and like get it under control. So it was great having both of that perspectives. I think prayer is so important. I think for me at least, worship music is a massive thing when I'm
filling
like
your mind with the word of God,
and I can feel myself start to get panicky or like my OCD or like my anxiety starting to get like out of control. Is worship music is a great thing for me. Also just sitting in silence is just
because sometimes I feel like me personally, when my anxiety isn't that good, or like I'm not in a good mental health space. I call it I'm not having a good mental health day or week. And there's a few people that will know what that means. They'll text me and I just say MHD.
Yeah.
Having a bad MHD. They just know straight away what that means. But I think that sometimes we actually do need to sit with no noise, because we can, for me, a coping mechanism for me is distraction. So if I'm busy and I know I need to sit with my feelings and digest something, I'll come home, TV straight on, music's on.
Yeah. It's like noise.
And I've
it's
done
filler.
this in therapy. The only reason I've discovered this is in therapy. But I'll go home and I'll put the music on, I'll put the TV on. Then I go upstairs, music is still playing as I'm holding my phone, walking upstairs. I'll be in the shower, I put something on. I go in my room, already something's playing, because I don't want to sit with ourselves. But I feel like the beauty in sitting with yourself is allowing yourself to feel.
It's your mind actually.
And allowing yourself to feel it out. And feeling out doesn't fix it, but feeling out releases it, because what do I always get that word wrong? Science?
What?
Biology. What is it?
Biology.
No.
Chemistry.
Something. Your body does hold trauma.
Yeah.
And it holds things. And if you don't release it in terms of, like, example, crying and things like that,
Yeah.
it gets stored up in your body.
Yeah.
And you can actually, I believe you can get really physically
sick. Yeah. Mental
from
health.
being through stress.
Stress physically makes you sick. It can get to a point where you were physically sick, your body starts breaking down. There's been cases where cases where people's organs have shut down from stress.
Yeah.
Like that's heart attacks. One of the leading causes of heart attacks is stress. Like
what are some
your body's
things,
response to stress and trauma is like, it's insane.
What are some things you do to combat stress? I feel like we could talk about things that we both do.
Setting boundaries, which I feel like sometimes I'm very bad with.
Ever learning, growing curve.
And it's like, even if it's a small boundary, like
grow your no to empower your yes.
Yeah. Like a new thing I've started is like the first thing when I wake up in the morning is I'm not turning on my phone for at least 5 minutes.
I've been doing this recently. Well, I'm not turning my phone on. My phone's always on because I'm on
like
call
I'm
for
not,
the baby. But
I sleep with airplane mode on, so I'm not turning airplane mode off for at least 5 minutes.
I just do not disturb. But
yeah,
we are the same person.
But it's stuff like that, or removing myself from a situation and giving myself like
space.
a couple minutes. One thing, and it is the simplest thing, and I've sat with, like, when I worked at camp, and I had like campers who are having mental health thing, sitting and counting to 10 over and over and over again until you physically leave. Like if your heart's pounding,
Box breathing, that's what I do.
Literally count once you get to 10, go back to 1 until you can start thing. Also it's like the physical thing is I touch my fingers like this, because it's like it's meant to ground you. I don't know. There's something.
See, when I'm stressed, I do this and I make the insides of my hand bleed. But
it is something. I think it's like there's a theory.
The tapping, there's
that as well.
I do this,
but it's called the 5 theory or the 7 theory or something.
Can't wait to
it's
get
like
a rush from doing that.
If you can start yourself, for example, having a panic attack, it's like you're feeling that. You think of 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can smell,
hear, 2 things
you can hear, and 1 thing you can,
whatever.
I think it's 1 thing you can have control of, and that's meant to ground you. So that's another thing I do if I can feel myself start to
get great.
But also put on calming music, whether it's usually worship music is my go-to, or like just instrumental, like lullabies,
baby lullabies,
like literally, like, because it's like that innocence, soothing.
That's good.
So what about you?
I think for me, it's been an ever-growing journey. I'm very passionate about self-care. I think stress is inevitable. So we have to, in life, already be doing things and have disciplines and tools so that when the stress comes along, what you put into you is what comes out of you. So if you're it's like a Coke bottle. If you get a Coke bottle and you shake it and shake it and shake it and then you leave it to sit, it settles. But then you pick it up and you shake it and you shake it. It's an unopened bottle. You shake it and shake it and then you leave it and it settles. And then you shake it and shake it and shake it. By the 3rd or 4th time you shake, when you open it, what's going to happen? It's going to explode. Yeah. So I feel like we need to do things to prevent us absolutely losing our top. And it's an ever-growing thing and you don't always win at it. Like you sometimes fail. A big thing for me is, so like I'm very big on like my self-care days. So like on the weekends I will have a portion of time by myself, whether that's I go to my favorite cafe and get a coffee, and just doing things I love. So self-care for me looks like going to a cafe and getting coffee, going op shopping by myself, going to get a massage, which I do regularly, shopping like with my headphones on. I'll always, when I'm not feeling the best in the shops, I'll always have my headphones on and I'll have lo-fi music playing. I love lo-fi. It really calms me. There's upbeat lo-fi, jazz lo-fi, hip hop lo-fi. Like every type of lo-fi you can think of, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, everything. And then another big thing for me is sleep. Sleep is very important. The older you get, the more important it is.
Yeah.
It's important when you're a baby. Why we think it's not important when we're young adults, it baffles me. People that only get 5 hours, power to you. I need 8 hours minimum. I make sure that when I'm awake, when I wake up, I now recognize when I wake up anxious, even if nothing's happened, that panicky feeling, and I have to address it straight away. So a big thing I do, which now we're getting a bit technical, is when I wake up panicky, it's because my cortisol levels are quite high, which is, we won't even get into that. It's a very long thing. But that means I need to activate my rest and reset nerve, which is your vagus nerve. Big thing I'll do, I did it the other morning. Nothing had happened. I had over 8 hours sleep. I had a great sleep. I woke up and I just felt really anxious and, you know, you feel like sick in your throat. I literally got like a bowl of water, put ice cubes in it, freezing cold water, and I stick my face in it.
Yeah.
As long as I can, lift it up. Then I do box breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3. You just keep doing that. And I did the dunking maybe like 3 times. I try to do it 3 times, but last 10 seconds in there. But at the moment, because it's a bit cold in the mornings, I couldn't last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And honestly, you'll laugh at me and you go, whatever. It literally, every person that has gone, oh, like whatever, and then they've tried it and messaged me, they go, that works. That works. It does something. And honestly, I think it's just taking responsibility for ourselves and accountability for ourselves. Letting at least one person know when you're stressed is a big thing. But preventative measures, I think self-care is huge. For me, a big thing is spending time in the Word every single day, in the morning specifically, even at night. It literally says in the Word to meditate on His Word day and night. And I think sometimes we actually forget that scripture and we would just go, I'll just meditate on it when I have time. When are you going to have more time in your life? We're only going to ever get busier. So for me, I've been waking up even early. It's funny, my body's been waking me up at 6 a.m. because I was living with my friends who have 2 kids, so they would wake up early. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. Instead of rolling over going, I'll get an extra hour sleep, I'll wake up, make my cup of tea, and I just read the Bible and I just pray and I ask the Lord to help me at the beginning of the day. Like you said, worship music. I think all this stuff, even as Christians, like everyone knows we're Christians that listen because we talk about it enough, but it's so underrated. And I think that go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. That's been a big thing for me. Cutting people out of your life that don't value you and aren't adding to your life, encouraging you, lifting you up. I'm sorry, life is too short to hang around people that are making you stressed all the time, question your friendship, question who you are.
Yeah.
I just think, so big thing for me is self-care. Big thing for me is getting in the Word. And then just basic things, getting sleep, making sure I'm eating.
Yeah.
So that when stress does happen, for a second, it's a human response. We go, but then you breathe out and you go, I can do it. I'm going to be okay. Because I've led from a place of stress in like ministry wise and just work and life. And when you don't lead from that place, it is so freeing.
Yeah.
To not lead from that place. But we're humans. I fall short all the time. All the time. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I have gotten a lot of skills, I feel.
Yeah, you got experience with it. I feel like a lot of the time I find the root of my anxiety or OCD being out of control or not being great stems from spiritually where I am, and it depends on what season I am. And literally on the way here, I saw this and I feel like this.
I was like, what is she doing on her phone?
I saw on the way here, it was actually Jamie Lang posted it, and obviously he's coming at it from a different point of view, but I look at both like spiritual and natural. And it says if a friend, and because personally this is exactly how I feel. It's like if a friend hasn't responded to your text, but you can see them active on social media, it's probably because they are overworked, overtired, and taking a well-deserved break to scroll. You're not entitled to someone's downtime. True friends understand that you can't pour from an empty cup. And
I've read that quote before. Come on, Jamie. Jamie and Soph.
I love the saying you cannot pour from an empty cup, and like because I physically see a cup, then I'm like it's empty, and I'm like, what can I do to fill that cup up?
But biblically, that's what the Lord teaches us.
Exactly. It's like, and for me, if I have a lot of texts on my phone or I have like a lot of messages, replying to it is a massive effort. Like replying to text message for me personally is hard because I don't want someone to like, I reply to something wrong and I'm perceived the wrong way. Like it stresses me out.
Yeah.
So I will sometimes just leave text messages ignored, and it's not because I'm like ignoring the person. It's just because I'm like getting overwhelmed or I'm getting overstimulated.
But I think we just need to have grace for people. Like I think that's just something I've learned is you can't have forgiveness without grace, and you can't have grace without forgiveness. And I think that we need to like forgive people so freely. Even people, for example, don't understand our mental health, have really hurt us. But we need to have grace for them, but for not only for them, we actually need to have a lot of grace for ourselves. So when your phone, you're getting a million messages and it's too much, you count to 10, you take a second and you go, you know what? I owe it to myself right now to get my head right, to calm myself down. Because at the end of the day, if you're not, my mum's always said this and I've lived by this quote, if you're not good for you, you're good for no one.
Exactly.
And you have to be good for yourself first.
One of the massive things I've done this year and recognizing like, is like my mental health just really suffering, or is it just because like I'm not spiritually in as healthy of a place as I need to be, is I will pick a song. I call it like my song of the season. I'll pick a song and I will just meditate on that for as long as I can until that song really starts to like fully speak. And I'm talking like I will listen to the same song for months on end. I will put it like as my like phone background, like
you're doing stuff,
and it's like kind of like like I have scriptures that I go to all the time, like, but like songs for me, I'm a very like musical person. They speak to me a lot easier and get in my brain a lot easier. And like, so Slow Ride Go has been a massive one for me this season because I feel like I've been rushing. I've been trying to rush things, and I'm like trying finally to understand like, no, just because you were trying to rush something. Saw a quote down on TikTok and it was like, God doesn't rush. The only reason you're tired is because you're trying to rush him. And it's like, yeah, he doesn't get tired. Like he's up there fine. It's like we're rushing. We're just making ourselves tired. And so like meditating on the songs for months on end until I finally get it into my like brain, into my soul, to my heart. That's like finally speak to me and I'm in a better place. I'm like, that's one thing that has been massive for me and a massive like tool.
Because for me, I
coping
find
mechanism.
For someone who's dealt with mental health for over 15 years now, I think for me, my mental health won't necessarily be bad when I'm in a bad spiritual place. It can. I truly believe God can heal us of our anxiety, our depression, our OCD, our schizophrenia, our multiple personality. Like I believe God can heal us of all of it. Why he does or doesn't for some people, I don't know. I'll never have the answer for that. But I think as Christians, we need to challenge and know that when our friends are going through stuff, the greatest thing we can do besides being there for them is actually fight and pray for them in the spiritual all the time. Like they don't have to necessarily be with you to do that. And I think sometimes we don't actually, like if we think, do we carve out time weekly to sit and go, Lord, I pray you protect my friends' minds. I pray that you protect them against the attack of the enemy. I pray you protect them against, do we do it? I honestly can say, no, I don't.
Yeah, if I'm being honest.
You don't. But we can. And I feel like there's so much power in that. Like, yeah, I don't know where I was going. How do you think I can be how can I be a better friend to you during mental health stuff, or like just advice for friends? Because I feel like it's, I do feel like you do meet some needles in the haystack of people that haven't had to go through mental health, and they are just so great at caring for people. It's like a, or it's then you've had people that, like you and me, who have been through mental health and still do go through mental health struggles, and we just get it. So you know how to better care for people in a weird way.
I think the biggest thing is just listen to what they have to say and validate them. Don't sit there and try to
fix it.
Do not try to fix it, because probably 9 times out of 10 you won't be able to. And they probably know that. Like, they're not coming to you asking for you to fully fix them and make them perfect again. They just want to be validated. They want to know that what they're feeling is okay, that they're going to be okay. But in this moment, they might be struggling, and that, you know, literally maybe just saying, I hear you, and how can I help you? Like, don't give them a list of things to do. Ask how you can help them.
I love
Ask how
that.
you can serve them. Ask, you know, even if it's just a text a day, checking in, just being like, oh, is there anything I can do for you today?
They might say no, but they'll remember.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, totally. And I think just even doing the journey with people can be a long journey. I've had people that have done the journey and they're not part of my journey anymore, but they were really pivotal in certain moments. And I think when you get to a healthier headspace and you look back, you go, even though I'm that person, I may not be necessarily friends with them or anything, that you're very thankful that they were a pivotal part of it. And I think just also doing the journey with someone like, I'll come to a doctor's appointment with you. Like, hey, like, I noticed you haven't been around. Just want you to know I'm dropping some food off today. I think sometimes there is power in asking and there's power in not asking for permission in terms of don't invade people's privacy or anything, but in terms of like, hey, I saved you a seat at church today. Not sure if you're coming. Or, hey, I haven't seen you around for a while. I just want to drop something off at your house. Yeah. I feel like we all like, I've just always lived by the quote, which I made up. I don't care what anyone says I did. Squeaking noise. It costs nothing to be kind. It costs someone a whole lot when you're nasty.
Yeah.
And kindness costs nothing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, hopefully I can be a better friend to you through your stuff. And you're a great friend to me. Yeah. You've never not been there for me. Britt is the most understanding friend, like, honestly, because we both do. We do isolate. But I think we're learning the art of trying to just keep tell each other when we're going through, like, deep stuff. And I think
and finding a middle ground.
Yeah, and I think just, like, learning to trust, because it's, like, it's just, like, hard because it's, like, yourself. Like, and it's opening that part of yourself, which is so hard. It's because it's so vulnerable.
It's so vulnerable. But yeah, that's been the first part.
That's been the first part. We've kind of segued. We went around a different corner. We then went on different paths and we've come back to the middle. Yeah. And I feel like look, we need your feedback, guys, because we don't know if you liked this or not. But I just think for us, I speak on both of us, we just think it's so important to talk about. We definitely would love to get a psychologist on. We just think it's so important to talk about. And I think that as people who suffer it still, I think that I'm very passionate about seeing people set free, including myself and including you. And I just think that praise be to the Lord.
Exactly. Quotes are back.
Quotes are back. Let's leave you with this. We've come to the end of this episode. Yeah. We know, guys, it was a bit different, a bit all over the place, but we're coming back. And I know we promise fortnightly episodes, but guys, we're trying our best. And to be honest, this is a creative outlet for us and we do love doing it, but you've got to have grace for us.
We have full-time jobs.
I know we would love this to be our full-time jobs. So if anyone wants to make that happen and build us our own studio, please wait, because hers will be all F1 themed and mine will be Italy themed. Yeah. Okay, do you want to go first? So let's leave you with this. Sure. Or do you want me to? Because I have mine up here.
Oh, I pressed the button.
Oh my gosh. I can go because mine's right here.
Mine's okay, fine.
Even if it's hard, even if it's painful, even if it's a never, even if it's not what I want, even if it's a different plan, even if it's a different way, even if it's going to take long, let your will be done because your plans are good and your timing is perfect.
I like that.
And I think it's a very long one, but it's off a prayer called Let Your Will Be Done, prayer for the girl who needs it, by an Instagram page called The Words of God. And I just love that. I feel like it's very relevant for me in this season of just like letting things go, releasing things to the Lord, trusting him. But I feel like it's like an everyday Christian affirmation, even if it's hard, even if it's painful, even if it's a never, even if it's not what I want, even if it's a different plan, even if it's a different way, even if it's going to take long, let your will be done because your plans are good and your timing is perfect. Yeah. Love you, Jesus.
It's a good remembrance.
I live in remembrance.
I will take absolutely no credit for this. I found this on a TikTok.
Oh, you love the TikTok.
I do.
TikTok.
I do.
That's what I imagine TikTok.
I love when my For You page really just speaks to me. Okay, it says
it just inspires me.
If you pray for
both of ours Christian quotes. Yeah. Who are we? The one person.
If you pray for flowers, don't be surprised if it starts to rain. I saw that and I was like,
let the rain fall down
because it's true.
My dreams,
I think without getting in too much of a tangent, sometimes we ask God for things and we expect all of a sudden it overnight to be like that, and it says happy journey, but I'm like, no,
happy journey.
What is it after every storm comes the sun or whatever that song, that quote is. It's true. It's like if you ask for something.
If no rain, no flowers.
Yeah, sure.
That's not the quote.
Not the one. But anyway,
after this rain comes, after the
rain, there's always a rainbow.
To just the normal basic rainbow quote.
That's the one I was thinking of. Anyway, it's true. If you ask for something, you don't get it easy. Life is hard. I've turned that.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Okay. And with that, that's been the Fireball.
That's been the Fireball Pod. We want to thank the Bella Vista Hotel. Who's singing at the moment? We've got live music on a Monday.
Yeah, I actually don't.
Is it Gabby?
I don't think it's actually who I think it is. So never mind.
We thought it was her friend Gabby. Is it Gabby?
No, Abby.
Abby, but it's not. So whoever's singing, you're doing a great job. And we just want to thank you. Pop down here for a chicken schnitty during the week. It's the place to be. And in the words of Hilary Duff, let the rain fall down and wake my dreams.